Hello, great morning, students. I just want to welcome you to this class. It is my pleasure. I'm happy to have you guys here this great morning. All right, so today we're going to be dealing on classification of farm animals based on their mode of feeding and under the subject agriculture. All right, so at the end of this lesson, you should be able to understand what ruminant animals are and then also understand what non-ruminant animals are. So we're going to be placing our focus on these two things today. All right, so you follow me carefully as we move to the next slide. Ruminant animals. Oh wow. So briefly, we're going to be talking about them this morning. What are ruminant animals? First of all, ruminant animals, or you can actually call them polygastric animals, are farm animals that uses grasses and legumes as their main feed. All right. So just the way you eat your rice, you eat your fufu, and the rest of them, these particular animals, they feed on grasses and legumes as their main food. It's not like they cannot eat some other things, but basically these are their feed. All right, so we said they are characterized by their position of four compartment stomach. You understand? Now they have four compartments in their stomach. There's mention it, and then we just move over, and then we have the rumen, which is one of that compartment, and also we have the reticulum, and also we have the omasum, and then lastly we have the abomasum. All right, so what is the rumen? The rumen is a large pouch storage compartment of the unchewed food. Now we understand that these animals, they go through a process, a pattern of feeding, and then there's a word called regurgitation, which we are going to understand in the next slide. All right, so it is actually a large compartment which they store the food that they get, maybe from grazing. They will go out, and then after grazing, they don't spend much time chewing that food at that point. They chew it later on in the day towards the evening period, where they will do what we call regurgitation in agriculture, and then after chewing properly, they can now swallow and then digest it formally. All right, and then also we have the reticulum. We said this is a smaller compartment where the food is regurgitated back to the omasum. All right, and then the omasum further digests, or further digestion takes place in the omasum, right? It further digests the food. And then lastly, the abomasum is the through stomach. All right, now every food that will be useful to the animals is being stored in the abomasum. All right, now the examples of these ruminant animals are cattle, sheep, goats, and then donkeys. All right, so let's move over to the next slide. Yeah, now we'll be talking about the non-ruminants. And just like the ruminant animals, the non-ruminant animals also have a name also attached to it, which is the monogastric. You can either call them the non-ruminant animals or you call them the monogastric animals. These are animals which have a simple stomach. Just state they are animals that have what? A simple stomach. He said their digestive system is similar to that of man. They feed on concentrate like vitamins, fat, and oil. Now, name it your six classes of food. That's what they can actually feed on it, and then they'll be very comfortable with it, and they can be able to digest it just the way you digest your food that you eat at home. All right. Now, the examples of these non-ruminant animals, they are guinea pigs, and we have the rabbits, we have chickens, we have ducks, we have turkey, and then we have pigeon. Etc. All right. So what we are talking about this morning is that we understand what these animals are. Like in conclusion, the two animals are different in their stomach. All right, they are different in their stomach. The other one, which is the ruminant, has a four compartments, and then digestion takes a longer process in that system. In the ruminant animals, right, they take a longer process to digest. When you move over to the non-ruminant animals, digestion happens very fast because they have just one compartment. All right, so when they swallow, it goes straight down into the tummy, and then that's all. They digest the food very fast. All right, unlike the other one, which is the ruminant animal. So until I meet you in the next class, we're going to go ahead and then do more in this particular topic that we treated. And when we come back to the class, we're going to explore more and then show maybe pictorial clips of the non-ruminant and then also ruminant animals. We're going to be dealing with a lot of things when we come to the next class. So prepare your mind, read up, all right? Make sure you're in this class and then also take notes of everything you're seeing right here. And when we meet in the next class, we're going to do a lot together. Until then, I love you and you can't do anything about it.